Mazda Mazda3. Yes, that is how you say it, contrary to popular belief. Mazda is the make, and Mazda3 is the model, not just 3. But anyway, it is a great economy car with fantastic fuel economy and decent styling. Okay. Under the hood of the Mazda3, we have a 2-liter 4-cylinder, naturally aspirated, produces 155 horsepower and 150 pound-feet of torque, and the MPG, miles per gallon, is incredible. It gets 30 miles a gallon in the city and 41 on the highway, bringing it to 34 combined. As we traverse inside the Mazda3, here's our gauge cluster. You have an electronic tachometer, and then an analog speedometer, and then you have your MPG. You can also use info button right here. I'm going to cycle it through the menus. You have range, average, but I like it on the MPG. Down here we have 6-speed automatic transmission with manually shifting, and contrary to some other cars, you pull back to shift up and forward to shift down. It will also show in the manual screen. You can't go past second gear while it's stopped, but that's how you do it. Here you have, I put this phone mount in, so in case you're wondering what that is, temperature, fan speed. It's not fully automatic like some cars, but this is just a cheap economy car. Push button start. Now, some people really hate this, but I happen to really like it. This is my car, so I've gotten used to it. But you control the entire screen with this button in the center. You twist this dial here to flip through all the different menus, like enter applications, and then you have different controls here. You can twist it up, down, back. It's actually really intuitive. It takes some getting used to, but it is easy to work with, in my opinion. You also have a pretty deep center console with a cigarette lighter plug in the center console, which is very nice to see. On the left side here, you have your traction control off, tire pressure set, and then blind spot monitoring. That's what BSM stands for, so that it doesn't beep at you when you turn your turn signal on and there's someone next to you. And then you have one touch down driver and one touch up. All the rest are just regular boring automatic windows. As we get around to the back, literally nothing interesting. It does have all-weather floor mats in the front as well. You can put this down and it has cup holders. You can slide it back up. You can fold the seats flat as well to have a nice flat load floor. I have a hot bag back here, but if you take that out, it's pretty deep. As we come around to the back of the Mazda 3, this is the hatchback model. You can also get this in a sedan. It has a nice tray up here, which is very useful. And it even has an umbrella attached to it. I'm not going to take it out, but it does come with an umbrella. At least the last owner that had this got it. You have an all-weather floor padding right here. And then underneath would be your carpet, and then donut spare tire. All right, now we begin the driving portion of the 2015 Mazda 3, and we're on our regular test drive route here, and we'll get it up to speed. Not very quick, but it does the job. Nice and easy. First thing I notice is handling is actually solid for a car like this. I'll take it around this turn and kind of fast. It's confident. It's not as good as some other cars I've reviewed, but the paddle shifters down here, it's not really a paddle, but I can manually shift it to go down the hill, because we're going down a hill here kind of fast, and it Nice to be able to manually shift my gears, and then I can put it back into drive when I'm done. That was actually kind of fun. It's a very sporty car to drive. It's also just a boring car. Like, it's not really fast, doesn't do anything really special, but it's just kind of fun. You have a 6-speed automatic. Not a lot of cars in this segment have that. Most of them have CVTs, so it's really, I don't like CVTs personally, but most people in this segment don't really care, and I probably wouldn't either. It's just I prefer having a traditional automatic transmission. So the steering feel here, it's mostly average. It's like I said, it's a sporty feel. The way that the gauge cluster is set up, it makes you feel like you're sitting kind of low in the car, which some people like that. But it's nice. It has cloth seats. You can get leather seats if you get the Grand Touring model. And a bigger engine is also offered. You can get a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder with more power. I'll leave it here, the horsepower and torque. But that's not what this has. This is the more fuel efficient one. As we're driving along here, cruising at 45 miles an hour, it's nice. It is kind of loud. That's one thing that I noticed. That I don't think it has very nice tires on it, but it's loud. You can hear a lot of road noise. Now we're getting onto the freeway. I'm gonna floor it. It's not fast, but it's not painful. I've driven some much slower cars. So, little story for those of you who know me. I actually purchased this car to run DoorDash deliveries and Uber Eats. So if you live in the Phoenix area and order Uber Eats, you might get me delivering it. But it's really good at that. Like I said, it's really good fuel economy. It's a decently reliable car. I don't think it's going to be quite as good as a Honda or a Toyota, but it's not bad. So driving along here at higher speed on the highway, it doesn't really have an issue keeping up with traffic. It is a pretty small engine, 2 liters, so it's fine. It's not gonna break any speed records or anything, but like, I have no problem cruising. I don't know how it would do up a hill. I haven't really driven it up too many like hill freeways. It is what it is. It's an economy car that you can get for around $10,000, depending on the market that you're in, because used cars differ a lot depending on the market. There's not really an MSRP. Sporty, the color's really cool, bright red, and it's a nice cheap car, gets you around, and it's a little sportier than say a Honda Civic in my opinion, or a Toyota Corolla, cars in that segment. It's pretty cool. It has some personality to it with the bright red, and overall just a nice cheap car to get you around, making deliveries, getting you to work, whatever you need to do. That concludes the review on my new 2015 Mazda 3. Hope you enjoyed it. You'll see me in the next one. Bye-bye.
Should I pause or end?
Yep.
End?
End.